Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my live stream. It's the 30th. Is it the 30th yet? No, wait. It's the 29th. 29th of 2022. Yeah, you know what, Jeremy? I'd say that some of those audits are pretty interesting. Some of those guys are pretty rude. I don't like the rude ones. He's pretty direct and straight to the point. He can get a little pushy at times, but he's not rude. He's not doing anything illegal. And, man, it drives some of those law enforcement or city people nuts. He has done some audits where he went into City Hall, and some of the people are, like, super cool. Like, hey, check this out. Look at this. This is what we have here. And it was great. So it's kind of weird how people react to cameras. You know, every movement that you do now these days is either being recorded pretty much, unless you're in your own house. You're being recorded the second you get out of your car in a parking lot, and a lot of people don't realize that. That's why I brought up the point the other day when Mr. Cranky Pants on the One Charlie was freaking out because he was getting recorded. Little does he know, every time he goes into a public space or where public gathers, he's definitely either on camera or being recorded. Even as you drive, they have those traffic cameras that record you driving, your license plate and everything. So people don't realize you're out in public. You're people can do whatever they want. They're not doing anything illegal. So it's pretty amazing to see how people react on some of those auditor sites. Also, I've also been in touch with a ham radio lawyer of all things. I was doing some research to making sure what I am doing is legal, which it is, as long as I don't profit off it. Even I could technically profit off it, as long as I don't directly profit off ham radio. If I go on and say, hey, give me money on my YouTube page on the air. But if I'm directing someone to my YouTube page, that's not illegal, because different ham radio sites will direct you to their, I don't know, whatever web page, whatever else. Sometimes YouTube page, personal, I don't know, Facebook group, whatever. But all those places, you know, are part of making money. Someone's making money off of it, even though it's not nonprofit. The other thing we talked about on the phone briefly. He mentioned about the rebroadcast of signals. That refers into me rebroadcasting another ham radio signal on ham radio, not on YouTube, not on Spotify, not on Twitch. It has to do with YouTube, or amateur radio. That's where that's where my obligation stops. As a ham radio operator, once it gets into my station, I can do whatever I want with it, as long as I don't put it on, rebroadcast it on ham radio. And the other thing is, part of that rule is I don't broadcast my YouTube channel. You got to you got to look at the wordings correctly on the Part 97. I think it's B45 or whatever I think he said. I'm not really good on the numbers. I can't broadcast my YouTube page over ham radio. That's another part of that wording that people don't understand. As far as me rebroadcasting the ham radio signals on YouTube, totally in the clear, it has no obligation under ham radio rules that I can't do that. The other thing is, if it was, a lot of the SDRs would be shut down. The Spotify would the FCC would stop all the not Spotify, but Broadcastify stations from retransmitting ham radio. It doesn't matter if you're part of the conversation or not. The other thing he said, as far as the wiretap law, it doesn't go. It's not against any laws because it's a broadcast on a public frequency for public use. So if I recorded my old school 47.610 megahertz neighbor's telephone on YouTube. That would be illegal because it's a one-way conversation, or it's a two-way conversation without anybody else knowing about it on a non-public airwave. But when you transmit on a public frequency like ham radio, you are transmitting into the public. It's like a loudspeaker basically into the air is the best way was described to me. So he has watched a couple of my my videos. As long as I don't try to sell anything, I can mention that I am on YouTube. But as long as I'm not mentioning or asking for anything directly on ham radio, I can't. There's nothing illegal done. Now, here's take it a step further. If I don't ask anything, and this say on my ham radio channel, I ask for donations, that's another thing, because I'm asking on the channel and I'm not asking for donations. I'm not part of that. I'm just giving an example, because I'm doing it on the channel and not on the air on amateur radio band. So it was about a 45-minute conversation. He preferred to stay anonymous, but he does have a YouTube page. I don't know if he wants me to say it on here or not, but it was actually a couple different guys, and one guy I ended up talking to. So I don't want to give out the page or anything, but you guys can look for yourself. But pretty cool guy. There's the one guy I talked to, one guy I didn't. They're both amateur radio operators, and they are lawyers. They're not part of any type of FCC enforcement or anything like that. But it was a pretty interesting conversation. So the people now here's another thing. The people in the WIN system, technically, yes, they can kick me off their system. Usually they have to have me violating some sort of rule or law. They're not responsible for what I say necessarily, because everything would fall on me. So no one can go to the FCC and find the WIN system for me going on and selling ham radio books or whatever. And I'm just giving an example. I'd be the one that would be getting in trouble, not the WIN system. Obviously, they can kick anybody off as they will. Usually they have to, the FCC will frown upon that, and it could be legal action if you're just taken off the air because someone doesn't like somebody, because the frequencies are technically free to use for anybody. So if the WIN system isn't using the frequency for something, it's just like the scuba, whatever they call it, the amateur radio for like setting up repeater frequencies. That's all technically a handshake agreement. It's not binded by law. So technically, I can be on the frequency. I can be kicked off the repeater. Obviously, the band plan, a lot of those frequencies are band set up for repeaters, but there's no technical rule or law if I talk on a different part of the band. So it can get a little shaky there. But as far as the person, I let him hear he heard the WIN system conversation. There was a couple things that they were violating in that quick conversation I had, and along with the other people, that they also violated their own rules and ethics on their system, one of which is not IDing. I think everybody that heard that, no one ID'd that day except for me. I have no problem giving out my ID. You guys are welcome to email me. I email you guys back as soon as I can. I try to get back to everybody. I've gotten a lot of negative emails, by the way, and comments, but all good. But they didn't ID. They violated a couple rules. Someone called me a name or something. One of the other people misquoted some law that I was breaking. So that gets into like a political thing, which is technically not a law, but you're not supposed to do that on amateur radio. They also, as far as the ethics part of the rules of the WIN system, they were very rude, which everybody probably have listened to that could agree. And part of their rule is, being polite to other hams. And I personally don't believe they were polite. most of the people that watch the channel know what I'm about. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm doing it for fun. I have a job, and everybody thinks, oh, well, you're monetized. You're going to make all kinds of money or whatever. First off, I'm not monetized. I can't get monetized though I hit 1,000. And even if I was monetized at 1,000, I really wouldn't be making anything. I've seen the chart for people making money with just like 1,000 subscribers or even 5,000. It's not worth it. It's in the pennies, like something like 40 cents or something for 10,000 views or something ridiculous like that, depending on the average view time and stuff. So it doesn't make sense. This channel, I'm going to tell you right now, is not going to have 200 subscribers. It's just not built that way. These type of channels that live stream aren't. I do it to share. Basically, I'm an amateur radio operator that's showing me my shack life, basically. What you see is what you get. And I try to pass along any different information that I can, or if people are in the chat, which I'm looking at right now, I see you in there, Jeremy. People share information in the chat with each other, which has been really cool, and I wasn't expecting that to happen. But I would say the majority of the ham radio operators out there are all on the same, or mostly on the same team, and they want to see everybody try to get across the finish line on their goal, their personal goal with amateur radio, whether it be trying to get a radio working, trying to make that next contact, or trying to get some programming done so they can get on their open spot working. So that's just kind of how I feel about that, and I was kind of double checking, and the other person, or the person I talked to, also listened to the I might jump on there again though. I might jump on there again to prove a point. They are notorious. He has heard about them. I don't want to get into it. I don't like, all is well. I don't like confrontation too much, but I also like standing up for myself. I wanted to respect them. But, looking back on it and getting comments from people and me listening to it again at the time, I should have stood up for myself a little bit. And I wouldn't be just standing up for myself. Just think of all the other new hams out there they crushed. I don't know if you've ever listened to them. And I don't want to talk bad about amateur radio operators, but I listened to them the other day, and they was like, you're too far away from your microphone. You're too close to your microphone. It's like, there's another way to say it. Just say, hey, your audio is just a tad bit low. You can move your your handset around a little bit, and it will adjust the way you talk. It makes a big deal when you're trying to make a contact on the air. But it's like that. It's like that's not the way to teach somebody. At least I teach a lot of people at work, my business, and you don't get very far with dealing with snappy people. And very rude people at that. So I'm definitely going to probably go on there eventually. I think it will be probably pretty interesting to see how they react. I'm going to have them. I'm going to, if it depends how far they go, but I'm just going to have them read back what they say I'm breaking. It's retransmitting on ham radio, not retransmitting ham radio. It'd be like me doing a broadcast station on ham radio, and that's what part of that rule is, retransmitting. So if I took off whatever KNX here, the local news station, and retransmitted on ham radio, why would the FCC or amateur people care what I repeat on YouTube? It doesn't make any sense. So that's kind of the way it was explained to me, and it makes a lot of sense why these Pardon me, I have Spotify stuck in my head because of Joe Rogan. Like Broadcastify was able to live stream anything and stuff like that. Can you email me one of their videos? I would love to see that. That would be a lot of fun. You know what? And I don't want to talk about hams rude, but I always treat people like I want to be treated. And if I'm treated rude, I'm going to snap back and defend myself. And I don't know why I didn't. I was nervous going on that system because I know how they acted, and I think that's probably why I didn't really stand up for myself like I did. But they advertise themselves as an open system repeatedly in different places, and they treat it like a private system when you can't even talk. 10 or 20 minutes of talking, and that's it. You got to wait a bunch of space for somebody else to jump in. And I try to. I say, I'm not trying to hog it up. Try to make the contact, but I don't know. I try to keep things cool. Anybody that knows me in person, I don't get rattled too often. And I was pretty nervous that day. I must admit, I've done some pretty big stuff in my life as far as career stuff with, tens of millions of people watching. And I was probably about that nervous. So it's kind of weird. I don't usually get like that. Yep. True that, Tony. I listened to it the other day when I was driving home from work. I had it in my other VFO. A guy's was too far away from his microphone, and 4 people bit his head off within 5 minutes and didn't hear him after that. This guy, he said he just got his license. He just got a Baofeng, and they jumped on about that. It's people are so tied up about these cheap radios. What's up, T-Ray? They're getting them on the air. They're part of the hobby. What's wrong with that? Whatever. I don't know. I don't get it. But let's try to do some 91 worldwide here. Enough of that political crap. Yeah, very sad. Very, 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 very sad. I'm trying to get my open spot working. Whenever it wakes up, it does not wake up very good. Thank you very much, Lawrence. I appreciate it. What's up, Jerry? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you in there. It's been a little while since I've seen you in the chat. Good for you traveling. I've been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, at least today I did. Tomorrow I'll have to, too. So some of the... what's up, Chris? Some of the and my video went bad. Some of the Baofengs actually sound better than some of the newer radios out there. So I don't know. Chris, I was just explaining, I don't know how much of you caught my situation with the wind system. They kept on saying it was illegal in the FCC world to rebroadcast ham radio, but from what I understand, it's rebroadcasting on ham radio. So if I took a radio station here and rebroadcast it on ham radio, which they don't understand. Wow, you were up early. I was on the road by then. I talked to Dana and what's it called? Dana and W6DUO. It was before 5 a.m. Yeah. It's amazing that somebody across the ocean notices about about wind system. Yes, they did. And I don't know how much you talked, but I talked to a lawyer that's a ham radio operator, and he was actually pretty cool. We exchanged emails for about a day, and we talked this morning for about 45 minutes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Totally in the clear. But you should have seen, I've gotten from that night or that day from One Charlie, I got 4 different emails from professional ham radio operators, it seemed like, saying that I was doing something very illegal and I was invading people's privacy and they don't want to be on YouTube, blah, 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 blah. So don't talk on an open frequency, for Pete's sake. And people don't realize there's 520 SDRs, there's 20-meter SDRs, and you're broadcasted all over the world on that. It's oh my God. Yeah, it was pretty interesting conversation. The dude was pretty cool. Correct. Well, the meaning is rebroadcasting anything like what's the word I'm looking for here? Like news stuff or music or like another like station without them knowing. But I'm not doing it on ham radio. I know. You say your call sign, I can get your address within 30 seconds. The other one, I don't want to put up emails because that could be a little bit of invasion of privacy. But yeah, that was the other thing. Someone got mad because I was putting up QRZ pages. Correct. That's what that's for, Jerry. Usually when I bring up a QRZ page, I'll only bring it up if they have pictures or they have like some sort of I don't know, profile talking about themselves. If not, I won't put it up because it just has their address, and it's useless because anybody can get their address at the time. It is definitely public domain. I'm not worried about anything. That's actually, Seth, you can actually rebroadcast that. You can stream that. It falls over the same jurisdiction as ham radio. Correct. As long as the fire department's not encrypted, you can rebroadcast that. Everything in California now, at least in my area, is encrypted except for LAPD and LA County Sheriffs. They're all with P25 here. Absolutely not. You can rebroadcast. I can't put it on ham radio, but I can definitely stream any type of public safety. Absolutely. Believe it or not, you can. I just can't make money off of it. Yeah, because it's over public airways. It's what's the wording for it? Trying to think here. FOIA, something or other. I forget what they call it. Yeah, it's totally legal. If I put my scanner up to the microphone and did that on ham radio, no, I can't do that. Unless it's like an emergency or something like that. I can't remember the exact. Yeah. So I had a chat with him. It was very constructive. He just makes sure that, the wording I use with announcing me on my channel is not like, hey, go on there and donate. That would be a violation because I'll be getting compensation for it. But if I just said go on there, even if subscribe, I wouldn't be violating anything because it's not directly, what's the word I'm looking for? Directly getting compensation for what I'm doing. So it's all semantics when it comes to wording in the legal world. He had me a little bit nervous the way he was explaining it. I'm like, I'm going to go to jail. And then by the end of it, I'm like, okay, I think that makes sense. Yeah, but people get, I work in the broadcast industry, and there's a lot of stuff that I need to know. A lot of people get pissed off when they're in a stadium and then like replay the making a catch, and they're like, hey, I didn't make money off that or whatever. Well, you got to read the back of your ticket. Your likeness and stuff is owned by whatever league that whatever stadium you're going into. So you give away those rights when you buy the ticket. Good morning. I'm quite okay. I'm a little tired. I've been up since 3:45. I'll probably be getting off here only in a couple hours. Just explaining myself a little bit with some situations I've been dealing with. Oh yeah, and I got I don't want to bag on the East Coast Reflector, but I think that's a little bit of a different situation. I had donated to them on my own, after a meeting I had with them, a foot in the snow. And I don't think they like the extra attention that I'm bringing them. They didn't say that directly, but I got the feeling. Really good people over there, but I think they just want to keep it on the DL. They asked me not to go on there until they met with all the different reflector owners or whatever. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to stay away. I don't want to deal with any of the political crap over there, basically. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting week here. I hope you guys enjoyed the fireworks. I plan on going to the wind system again. Maybe if Tony's available, we can all have a QSO over there. I've told a couple other local hams, and they're down for it. All right, Jeremy. All right, geeked. So, Tony was there one of the first nights, W6TON, when I did my first live stream, I think. Him and his brother were on it. It was just a black screen. It will probably be in the late afternoon, my time, or in the early afternoon, like 2 o'clock. Because somebody's going to join me locally. I had not heard that before. When I first talked on there, I got an email. I don't want to say from who, and they were actually a couple emails, and they were like, "Hey, thanks for coming on. We need more of you like that. It's really cool what you're doing." And then it just went kind of south a couple weeks after that. They kind of made it like I was hogging it on there, and I looked back at my videos. Oh, yeah, it is. I heard 5-2 busy. And I didn't go on there. When I was on there, I was maybe on there 45 minutes, but I wasn't on every time I went on the radio. And I definitely wasn't on every day. I know that for a fact. It was maybe once or twice a week. But I went back and checked all my videos just to double check, and I mentioned that. But whatever. It's all good. I don't want it. It's their deal. I'm being called on 91 Worldwide. How do they know them? Oh, because I'm... Is that Jimmy? Oh, shoot. I guess that would be good if I listened to the right hotspot. You guys got to check out Jimmy's...
This is Juliet Kilo 1 Hotel Charlie.
This is Jimmy here. I hope I'm not invading your privacy there, Jimmy.
Juliet Kilo 1 Hotel Charlie.
Here's Jimmy right here.
OZJ.
He's got the best, no offense, he's got the best QRZ picture. Just the look on his face and the bear looking over his shoulder.
Thank you very much for your
I think
call.
that's awesome.
KN4 OZJ. This is Juliet Kilo 1
I think I remember that.
Charlie.
I watched some of the videos.
Thank you very much for your call. And very pleased to meet you. And name is Taka. Tango Alpha Kilo Alpha. Taka is my handle. And I'm located here about 60 kilometers northwest of Tokyo.
Tokyo is having a bad COVID outbreak right now.
No problem at all. But back to you, microphone. KN4 Oscar Zulu Juliet. This is Juliet Kilo 1 Hotel.
Yeah, maybe they didn't like that many people on it. I don't know. But then I've listened to it since. I listened to it yesterday. It was dead air for about an hour and a half.
Juliet Kilo 1.
I didn't hear anything.
Kilo November 4.
Whatever.
Juliet, back to you.
Just a waste of a lot of frequencies if no one's going to use it.
Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. I'm located in a small town outside of Savannah, Georgia.
I think I've talked to him before.
Titan. Okay. I totally understood what you said to me. And I understand that you're located in a small town in Georgia.
And sorry for whoever's calling me. I think I saw the call sign up there. Thank you, Seth.
I guess the local time over there is about
That's
around 7 p.m. or things like that.
Gene.
But here in
Gene,
Japan,
I believe.
we are close to the local 10 in the Sunday morning here.
I gotta open the door here. It's making me turn yellow.
Today,
it's too much yellow in here.
Yeah, outside the temperature, I guess it's gonna be about 41 Fahrenheit out there. Not too pretty much cold, but not too warm. And thank you very much for your call anyway. Kilo November 4 Oscar Zulu Juliet. This is Juliet Kilo 1.
Thank you all for joining me here on the Saturday on Field Day, Winter Field Day. Thanks for reminding me there, Tony. I did hear 520. It took me about 2 hours to get home from Santa Monica today.
You're right. It's about 8 p.m.
God, let me fix this. I look so yellow right now.
We had a high today of about 43 degrees Fahrenheit, much like you had there.
I didn't really fix it. By the way, this is my amateur radio license right here. I had to use it for my DMR ID or something.
But we really get snow here.
Some buddies in Atlanta got snow I talked to.
I imagine it is about, 8 a.m., 8 o'clock in the morning your time Sunday. Okay, this is Juliet Kilo 1 Hotel Charlie. Yeah, local time is, we are in a Sunday morning here, but about 10 o'clock in the morning. But you said your local time over there is 8 p.m.
I'll try to jump in here when
Sunday,
home slice
Saturday
finishes up.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the QRZ.com, and I made sure that your QTH is, Guyton. How do I pronounce it? I don't know. Maybe. Thank you very much anyway for the contact. And I appreciate it for giving me a shout. Have a good evening in the air, Mark, and stay safe and be healthy. Again, for OZJ, JK1ACC, listening for your final. Juliet Kilo 1, Hotel Charlie, Kilo November 4, Oscar Zulu Juliet, back for the final. 73 to you, Taka. Great talking to you, and your English is marvelous. And we'll talk to you again. KN4OZJ, Claire.
Takashi.
Yeah, it was pretty nice to talking to you, Mark. Enjoy everything there.
See if I can get in here and make the contact.
Papa, Uniform 5 Bravo Hotel Papa. In Santa Catarina Island, in South Atlantic, South Brazil. Go ahead.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf or PU5 Bravo Hotel Paul. You got a copy? Well, I hacked the crap out of that, didn't I?
Alrighty. Juliet Kilo 1 Hotel Papa. Uniform 5 Bravo Hotel Papa. My street is Santa Catarina Island, South Atlantic, South Brazil, South America. And good night. Appreciate it. Contact Juliet Kilo 1. Go ahead.
Was he calling me back? Papa, copy that. Papa, uniform, Bravo Hotel Papa. This is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf, in Southern California, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. Thank you for the contact, sir. Sorry, I keep on hitting that button. It makes an echo.
Yeah, very nice to meet you. Thank you very much for your call. My name is Taka Tango Alpha.
I guess he was talking to somebody else.
Located here near Tokyo. Back to you. How do you copy? Papa Uniform 5 Bravo Hotel Pier. This is Juliet Kilo 1 Hotel Charlie.
This is a digital pileup, folks.
Okay, Juliet Kilo 1 Hotel Charlie. Então, que eu já bom. Eu preciso encontrar um caso,
It is very difficult to understand him.
Papa Uniform 5 Bravo Hotel Papa, Santa Catarina Island in South Brazil, South Atlantic in South America. Juliette Kilo, preciso. QSL, Marcos. Thank you anyway for the call all the way from Brazil. But I can hear you just like you're talking next to me. And
the sad hams things is awesome, Lawrence, by the way.
And if you can do like that, I do pretty much appreciate it. And I think the local time over there might be 10 p.m. or around that time or so. So I just 73, but I hope you will have a wonderful night there, and I'll catch you up later again. Papa Uniform 5 Bravo Hotel Peter. I'm a little bit sorry because I can't speak Portuguese. Thank you.
Fun fact: when I went to Brazil, I didn't know. I thought they spoke Spanish. Until about 5 minutes into it, I'm like, "Oh, this isn't Spanish."
See you. All right.
I'll tell you what, Taka's doing pretty good on his English.
For me, speaking Japanese.
If the guy from Brazil was getting off his mic a little bit, it'll be a little easier to understand him, at least in my personal opinion. It's so hard with the accents on digital.
Sayonara. All right, Brazil is a very big continent in Hawaii. All our people speak Portuguese. All right. Juliette Kilo 1 Hotel, Charlie, Papa, Uniform 5 Bravo Hotel.
Man, I don't, dude. I probably should have.
My little island in
I kind of do.
Bye-bye. Good night. Thank you, Marco. Sayonara from
but I kind of lost track after a while. It's very messy. I should have done it some sort of digital log.
HCC, this is 2 Echo 0 Tango India.
The 2 call sign. That's a
2 Echo 0
it's
Tango
a UK one,
India.
right?
This is 3 Kilo 1 Hotel Charlie. Thank you very much indeed for your call. And,
I'll wait one more minute or two, and then
frequency. So if it's possible, let's make this QSO a little bit shortened. And back to you. You have 599. I got your signal 59 coming loud and clear, no problem at all.
By the way, anybody new coming over from 91 Worldwide, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Here is 2 Echo 0 Tango India. I copy you very well. Very good signal, very good modulation.
I think I'm on 91, right? By the way, Scott texted me or emailed me. I think I know what I needed to do for my hotspot to get in that DMR page.
QSL
so
TV.
I could probably make that happen.
Everything
once I figure out my DMR number again.
Yeah, I do appreciate for your call, but I guess the local time over there is
which I have.
A little past midnight. So I say 73, but
what's up, Dex? That's your real name, not Dex.
And hopefully I wanna catch you up again.
Sorry, Dex. I just like saying that. I don't know why. That's rude, but
I'm sorry for the
I don't want to be a bitter ham.
Next time, I hope to talk to you some more.
And I'm listening to that other video the Lauren sent me in my other ear here. See if I can get in here.
Roger. Back up. Thank you very much. Thank you for your QSO. Indeed, it's pretty late here. It's 1:06.
Sad ham.
Okay, so 73.
Sad. Oh my God! Back to you for the final. Kilowatt 6 Echo.
Back in here, Papa. Monitoring.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring 191 worldwide. Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring 91 worldwide and also live streaming on YouTube if you type my callers into the YouTube search engine. Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. Let's try that here in a second here.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. This is KC1KE. Did you copy?
Copy that. I have a copy on KC1KE. Sorry, my tongue's twisted here today. It's normally not that good, anyways. Good to hear you out there. This is great. K6EGG in Southern California. I think I've talked to him before. This looks familiar. I remember that. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Sorry, I thought I just got stepped on. KC1KE returning. I'm over in Western North Carolina. Just wanted to say hello. We've spoken before. I have checked out your live stream. It's pretty cool. I think I'll go check it out again. I just wanted to say hello since you're on, and I'll end it here because it's pretty busy. And KC1KE going back to Greg, K6EGG. Very nice to talk to you again.
Copy that. Thanks for the contact again. I'll appreciate it. I know this is busy, so I'll step away, let some other guys make some contacts here. This is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, also live streaming on YouTube. All right. So I'm going to go over to try that DMR thing here. Yeah, 91 worldwide. It's crazy busy today, or whatever. I think it's tonight for you.
Radio check. This is Kilo Oscar 4 Mike Foxtrot Delta.
I just want, that's a legit question. I want to keep track of everybody I talk to.
Kilo Oscar 4 Mike Foxtrot Delta. This is
I'm
Kilo
just so bad.
Kilo Alpha Echo. You're getting 5 9s into Western North Carolina. Your signal is excellent.
So I want to go to DMR.
Thank you for the signal report. Two things. One,
it's still not connecting. It's still not connecting, and I followed Scott's What am I doing wrong? Well, still doesn't work. Through DMR, I'm actually, you know how I'm connecting through? Oh, that's why. Well,
open spot. Trying to connect the server. Open spot. Connected to Brandmeister 3103. Linked dynamic talk group 31866930.
yeah, I was doing it through Brian Meister. See if you hear me on there. Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring. Must be doing something funky here. Okay, so I did it through Bindmaster. By the way, anybody new coming over from 91 Worldwide, I'm trying to get on Connect DMR right now. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. There we go, Seth.
This is K6EGG calling Greg. K6EGG, can you hear me?
Copy that. I got you loud and clear. I guess I would put everything in the wrong hole there. I put the talk group in the wrong place.
Yeah,
Scott's in there too.
I'm surprised you're having so many issues with this, doing this, but it should have been pretty simple. And on Brandmeister, FYI, everyone else, they're not issuing new talk groups to USA people, so this is what they say to do.
Scott was nice enough to email me earlier today. It's nice to see him on the dashboard, it looks like, too. Go ahead, Scott, if you're in there. And it looks like we got T-Ray in there, too.
Yep, I made it in here. Actually, these guys showed me how this worked last night, and so I tested it out and then let you know. So yeah, it seems to be working. WM7C.
Hey, Phil, nice to see you in there. Hey, what's up, dude? Just make contact with you, North Carolina. Nice to see you in there. Appreciate it.
On W5JER, Jeremy, are you on?
I'm on my own personal talk group, I guess. J Rich, I'm disconnecting on YouTube.
How's it going, you guys?
And KC1 KAE. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm on 30 Charlie right now. Let me show you here.
All right, Jeremy, I heard you. The folks listening on YouTube, they're on talk group number 318-6930. Not a private call. It's a group ID. It's the same as Greg's DMR ID, but it's a group, not a private call.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry. Oh, because I talk on 30 Charlie a lot. So, hey, Jerry, jump in there and say hi, man. KC1 KAE. If you have a DMR, I listed the talk group on there. I don't know how you're connecting. I want to say we chatted a couple weeks ago. I remember your QRZ page. That's funny there, Phil. Now is nobody's going to talk now?
To be honest, Greg, I thought you were trying to get more people to join the talk group so we have more people to talk to right now.
Oh, no. Actually, I was just trying to see if this worked, to be honest with you.
It's working and it sounds good. W5JER. In the group. I have your number. It's actually talk group and it's your call sign, believe it or not.
You got T-Ray in there. Give me a second while I get this font going on the live stream here.
Hey, I saw a KC2IO. I saw a K20DDW key up. Go ahead, K20DDW. K6EGG, this is K30ZDW. I was ready.
Go ahead, Todd. KT0DDW. This is Greg. K6EGG.
I'm actually Lawrence in the YouTube feed, so I'm the one that sent you the video with not a Rubicon.
Nice to talk to you, Lawrence. Sorry, I'm like preoccupied. I'm trying to put in this DMR tag here on the font for the stream. But yeah, I was listening to part of that in there. I can't wait to watch it uninterrupted. It seems like it's going to be pretty funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will fit on the font, dude. Hey, Lawrence, I think you dropped out there. You want to try it again? Boy, this got messy real quick. Let's all take a standby and let one person go at a time. I did. I also I bookmarked the XLX299 spacing out dashboard too. I just been super busy with stuff, and I had to be up at the crack of dawn this morning, 3:45 a.m. my time. So let's try this again. This is Greg, K6EGG for KT0DDW. Lawrence, you out there? See if we can get him in here. What was I going to do here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I got a little packet loss apparently, a little high burr there according to his little fan 30. So I said I was going to go play some COD and watch you on the other screen while I do it. So 73.
Copy that real quick. Why is it Todd on your name there, but your name is Lawrence? Just is it something? Do they call you Todd? I don't want to call you the wrong name. I got to do something with something here. I don't know if that talk group looks right.
No, that's my middle name. So yeah, you can call me Lawrence. Everybody else does.
All right, copy that. Todd Lawrence, or Lawrence Todd, actually. My bad. All right, man, have fun. Thanks for jumping on here, and I appreciate the email. This is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf on talk group 3186930. Hopefully I said that right. Wow, interesting. Lawrence, you're a superstar with 20 people watching right now. There was something Scott still in here? WM7C K6EGG. I think I got his call letters right. Trying to do that off of memory. Hey, Michael, how's it going, man? Staying warm down there in Alabama? I heard it's chilly in the south right now.
Greg. I'm still here, just listening to your net on your talk group. Not much new to report here. Did some winter field day. Had a whopping 10 contacts on 20 meters. Living in an HOA here, I just have a quarter wave vertical on 20. Actually, a Wolf River coil, so just kind of been doing that a bit today. Not much else, but thanks for the turn. So this is WM7C, back to net control. Thanks, Greg.
Copy that. Seth is net control, actually. By the way, do you have anything new do you want me to buy? I'm a little afraid if you're going to tell me something I might want. You're on DMR, that's probably why. Oh, man, I feel like I can go to sleep in
a... Clear Node Minis over there on the Node Ventures site. Those are in stock, so you can get on All-Star. So if you got that $320 in your wallet, I'll help you spend it.
Scott, I appreciate it. Now I'm going to go spend... No, I'm not going to do it today, but I'm definitely going to check it out. I think it was the same site I was on the other day. Is it ClearNote Ventures? Is that what you said?
Nodes are called a ClearNote. His site is Node Ventures. I think it's Node-Ventures. But if you just Google ClearNote, you'll be able to find it. Actually, just bought one myself up. They're sold out today, it looks like. So, yep, you should get some more in soon, I imagine.
Ah, shucks. I don't have to buy anything today. Good. All good. Let me know how that goes. Definitely am interested in checking it out there. Thanks a lot for your help. I appreciate the email, Scott.
Yeah, no problem, Greg. And yeah, I would do that. I would give that other system a try that you mentioned just to see what happens. It's really not right that that guy wouldn't identify anyway, so really he was more in the wrong than you just by trying to drum up some ham radio. I don't get it.
I don't get it either, pal. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of people either calling me, texting me, or emailing me and say, yeah, why don't you just go back on? And I think I am, especially after the conversation I had with the person I did today. So it should be pretty interesting. Well, maybe a lot of fireworks. I don't want to be rude or anything, but be a little fair at least, I treat people nice. I just wish people would treat nice, be the same way. But I don't know if you watch Tony in the chat, but I think you have a wind system repeater up in Bakersfield, right?
Yep, roger that. There's one on Breckenridge Mountain, not too far from me. It's kind of scratchy, so I usually just jump in on All-Star if I ever go on to wind system. All-Star audio is just really good, like FM quality, better than these digital modes, so it's worth a try sometime. I actually heard you the other night on Papa System. I was on, just kind of happened to spin by there and on their All-Star link and caught their tech. So I put that on my calendar. I might take a look at that when it comes back around. I don't remember what day it was, but it's on my calendar. It's like a tech net, so it's pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah, Thursday night. I was actually I know I'm bad. I had another earpiece in my ear, or not the other ear, but the right earpiece. I had it panned over on my mixer, and I was listening to their tech net on Reflector 12 Charlie. I believe it starts at either 7 or 8 p.m. on Thursdays. I forget. So I was kind of listening to that, talking to everybody on the stream at the same time. And as soon as I got off the stream, I jumped on my 52 and checked in. So I didn't know if anybody heard that. That's pretty funny. Cool deal.
Yep, roger that. Anyway, I'll let someone else take a turn here, Craig, and take a standby. WM7C.
Copy that, Scott W7MC. Thanks for having me spend so much money. I'm sure my wife would love to meet you one day. So is there net on 30 Charlie right now? Is that happening right now? Is that still going on? Because it used to be like oh no, it's 5 p.m. Eastern they did the net. So I think I'm going to go cruise over to Reflector 30 Charlie. Might come back here a little bit later tonight, but I don't know how long I'm going to stay on because I'm like falling asleep over here. I woke up every hour on the hour. So yeah, I'm going to cruise over to it's the 30 Charlie right now. And just like that, I'm on 30 Charlie. Got to figure out a way we can link some DStar thing over to that. Anybody smarter than me? So we can link a DStar over to DMR. A lot of people don't have open spots. This is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring Reflector 30 Charlie from Southern California, city of Chino. And also live streaming right now on YouTube if you type my call letters into the YouTube search engine. Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf.
K0ERH.
Go ahead, KF0ERH. This is Greg, K6EGG. I remember talking to him.
Hey, Greg, this is Tim down here in South Dakota, where we talked last week.
Yep. Copy that. You staying warm there? I think more of the East Coast is getting the bad weather, but I'm sure it's pretty chilly still over there.
Oh, yeah, it's chilly, but it was, I don't know, close to 40 degrees today and nice and sunny. Yeah, the weather's mild here right now. Hey, last time we talked, a guy was giving me some information about setting up a Raspberry Pi to use instead of a hotspot. Well, I'm talking on one right now.
Excellent. I'm glad you got that working. It's nice to see someone helped you out with that. And sounds pretty good on my end. What's up, Dion?
Yeah, I bought the little unit and played around, loaded the software, and plugged it in. It's still a little temperamental. You gotta, sometimes it doesn't log in right away. You gotta load it a couple times. But once it's logged in, it stays logged in. So far, so good. So anyway, you have a good one. I gotta get to town and pick up the wife. It's time for her to get off work. So you have a good one. Talk to you later.
Now I'll be able to put that hotspot in my car. I'll be able to talk to you from my car pretty soon. Anyway, talk to you later, KF0ERH.
Copy that, Copy that, KF0 ERH. It's nice to hear you again. I'm glad you got that thing working. Oh my goodness.
Hey, have a good one.
YSF. Okay.
Zulu Lima 2 Radio Oscar, City Charlie.
Phil, welcome to Reflector 30 Charlie, the United States Reflector. Nice to hear you up here.
Yeah, K6EGG ZL2. Good, mate. I just sent you a couple of photos of where I live, the region, so to your email address. But I thought I'd follow you over to 30 Charlie. I'm using terminal mode on the ID 4100 Alpha. So no RF, just straight into a Pi. Oh no, straight into the computer, straight into the Windows 11 PC via a cable, and that's all I need. K6EGG ZL2RO.
Do you mind, Phil, if I show your pictures on my live stream? It looks absolutely fake. It's so beautiful. With your permission, of course. No problem, JJ. I'm glad somebody was able to help you and get you started.
Go for it.
This is what ham radio is all about. I'm trying to share his.
This is KF4BOG, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Bravo Oscar Golf in Huntsville, Alabama. Listening, standing by.
By the way, anybody check out his repeater group here. I just joined a couple days ago after I went on with a couple people. This is absolutely beautiful. I might use this as background or something. Anybody want to talk to Michael real quick? Sorry. Hey, Michael, how's it going? This is Greg, K6EGG. I'm glad you're staying warm down there in Alabama.
Oh yeah, roger that there, Greg. We're staying real warm here in Alabama. It's been in the mid-30s for most of the day. I've stayed indoors. I have not gone anywhere. Neither of my parents. We both have stayed in the bed. But I've gotten up a little bit. I've talked to the girlfriend a bunch of times, and we've been exchanging text messages. Hey, Greg, I got a question for you. If you could be a radio, which radio would you be, and would you eat your radio?
That's a hard question, and I'm going to go somewhere where you guys don't think I'm going to go. It doesn't necessarily have to be a ham radio, but I guess it's supposed to be. So I'll give you two. One, a Cobra 148. I absolutely love that radio. It was a bleeder, but I love the Cobra 148. The second radio, if I have to be a ham radio, it'd be an HR 2510. Once again, is an HR 2510. That was my favorite favorite radio I've ever owned, other than my VX5. That's still a solid radio. So the HR 2510 it is, with a close backup to Cobra 148. That's cold. It was like 58 today here in California.
Okay, but you didn't answer my other question after that, KF4BOG. You didn't answer the other one. The second one was, would you eat the radio? Would you physically eat the radio? If somebody told you to take the radio and eat it, cook it and eat it, would you eat it?
My doctor is really stern on me eating some sort of electronic gear. I don't think that's part of my my diet with my high triglycerides. So I definitely smell it, but I won't. I don't think I'll eat it. That'd be going a little too far for me for my diet.
QSL. I like to be funny on the radio, as you can tell. I like to be real funny about different radio things. But had you checked out my articles in our club's newsletter? Have you seen the articles yet?
I must admit I have not. I've been pretty busy with work and stuff like that, so I haven't really given caught up. I just caught up on my emails today. I had one backed up since last week because I worked so much this week or last week. And really quick, I'm not going to ask you to eat it, but if you had one favorite radio, what radio would that be? And it doesn't have to be a ham radio.
Well, I gotta tell you, to me, it's interesting because I've got several radios. For the ease of use, I would have to give the Gold Star to the 300. The 300 has a really easy to use deal. You don't really need the manual for it. The Gold Star goes to the 300. My second runner-up would be the Yaesu Fusion radio because of the big display. And you probably know which one I'm thinking of.
991 Alpha? Is it 991 Alpha? Some other people are saying 30 Charlie isn't working for them. Did I lose Mike?
K6EGG, K6EGG, KF4, BOG. You're not making it there. I could tell you're trying, but it's not working.
KF0 BOG, was it a 991 Alpha? I know.
KF4 BOG. No, the radio I was thinking of was the FTM 300.
Oh, 300.
And the second one was the radio that I have with the big huge display was the ID 31 or ID 5100. ID 5100.
Two things with that ID 5100 that would make the perfect radio. It would have sideband and a color display. That would be a perfect radio. Otherwise, I love it. What's up, Eric?
Yeah, QSL, they both make good radios. And they're well worth it. But anyway, just thought I would pop in and say hello to you, and hope you have a good rest of your day. This is KF4, BOG, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Bravo Oscar Golf, clear after you.
Copy that, Michael. You take care. This is Greg, K6EGG, on Reflector 30 Charlie, and also live streaming on YouTube. I hit every button I wanted to hit.
K6EGG, V6CZ.
Go ahead, Gary. How you doing? VE6DZ. This is Greg, K6EGG. He has a picture of a dog,
well,
a hat or something
how are you
on
doing?
his QRZ
Just
page.
fine, evening, I guess. Depending, I guess, it's evening everywhere in North America here. Hey, I just wanted to ask you a question. I heard it said that a 148, Cobra 148 is high in fiber, in iron, and natural minerals. Is that true? I mean, if we're eating a radio, that would kind of fit, no?
I would definitely say it's high in minerals. The fiber thing might be rough. I don't know about that. It might be some roughage, but I definitely would agree with you with the natural minerals there. It feels like it's midnight to me right now.
Well, you know, the capacitors could provide some fiber. It sure would reduce constipation.
Oh my goodness, where are we going with this conversation? Well, I don't know what to say there, but it could possibly be, yes.
Kind of crack a little fun.
My goodness, you had a Cobra 2000. Copy that. I hope you're staying warm up there in Canada.
Actually, we're going to be, we have a nice, we're going to be going back into the deep freeze on Monday here, back into the double digit negatives here. So, well, I guess you got to take the bad with the good. It's kind of like a radio wave, a sine wave, up, down, up, down. Now I know what a yo-yo feels like. Anyhow, I won't hold you. Just figured I'd give you a quick shout, see how you're doing. And so I'll say 73, and I'm sure there's more that want to get a hold of you while you're live streaming on YouTube. Definitely a pleasure always chatting with you there, Greg. K6EGG, this is E6DZ. Catch you next time round.
Copy that, Victor Echo 6, David Z. You have a wonderful evening up there and stay warm in Canada. Cobra 2000.
You as well, E6DZ, sir.
I know somebody that had one. I remember seeing one. I've never actually talked on one, and he had like a 1,000-watt amp hooked up to it. Cobra 2000. And he had a Silver Eagle, and I remember all the lights dimmed. Trying to think of what his name was. Definitely been an interesting night here on the Greg K6EGG
WR5G.
Jerry, how's it going? WR5G. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Hey, good evening, Greg. Everything's going well. I've just been busy with work over the past couple of weeks, so I haven't been able to join any of your live streams, although I was notified of the live streams. I just was kind of busy and didn't have a chance to join, but anyway, I liked the conversation earlier about what you was talking about, talking with the attorneys. So I think that what you are doing is perfectly fine, and there are other groups who also live stream during conversations. It may not be voice; it could be digital conversations. So there's nothing wrong in what you have been doing. Although the owners of a repeater system or a repeater group, they could ask you not to do that on their equipment, but still, there's nothing wrong with what you have been doing. But anyway, it's good to be back in here, and I see that you have a new version of PiStar 4.1.6. I need to upgrade mine. That must have just came out, the latest upgrade of PiStar. When did you upgrade your PiStar version?
Maybe it was Seth, someone told me, hey, you better upgrade, or it's time to upgrade. I think it was like 10 days ago or so. And then I was kind of floating around. I wanted to see some other settings I can change on my my PiStar. And I thought the orangish red was a little too, what's the word I'm looking for on my screen? Obtrusive, I guess. So I wanted something color-wise for the dashboard to be a little more suiting to the eye. So I decided to go with this blue that I'm using here, which I don't think I've gotten any complaints yet. But yeah, I think it was about 10 days ago or so.
Okay. Well, once I'm
What's
done
up, Brandon?
here, I'll have to upgrade both of mine. I
got a picture to show you.
I have two different.
Oh, I don't have it on me.
High-star
Dang it. Oh, yeah, I
versions.
do.
I have one that I use with a DVAP, and then I have one that I use with a multifunction MMDVM. So anyway, I'll have to upgrade mine here pretty soon. And I wanted to ask if you have ever tried using your personal DStar gateway using PiStar and everything. There is a way that you can have a lot of people connect directly to your DStar ID there, or your actual PiStar there. So I'll have to send you over some information. It's kind of interesting the way that you can set up a gateway and have a large group of people, connect directly to your personal gateway. But anyway, I enjoyed that picture you just put up there. That was pretty good. I like that. So I like the flags. But all right, I'll go ahead and let you go and let somebody else jump in there. So have a good one, and we'll be listening and talking to you soon. K6EGG, WR5G Clip.
Copy that, Jerry. Definitely want to try that one night and try to get some people on there. We could do it live. If you don't mind helping me take me step by step. I know I've done the call thing directly to it, but I can't remember. Someone told me about I had to have a port open, which I like 40,000 or 40,001 or something. I think I set it up, but I don't think I've done it. So I definitely like to try it with your help, of course, and hopefully I don't have to make too many setting changes, and it won't ruin anything else. Otherwise, I definitely don't have a problem with it. So I appreciate all the help you've given me with the 52 and everything else, and thanks for jumping in, saying hi. And yeah, that's believe it or not, that picture was taken in California, which is surprising. I stopped out and chatted with him for a moment, and he was a very nice fella. So it's good to see some good people out there. This is great. K6EGG. Thanks again, WR5G. I hope I got that one right at this time. This is Greg, K6EGG. Also live streaming on Reflector 30 Charlie. If you type my call letters into the YouTube search engine, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. No, I don't have COVID. Somebody's in there. Dion, if you're watching the stream, you're no audio. Anybody new joining us? Anybody new joining us go over from Reflector 30 Charlie? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. David, nice to see you in there. I thought I just saw your... Did I just see your call sign in the... No, I didn't. It's probably getting a lot... You're probably getting a lot... Are you getting a lot of snow up there by chance in Maine? Oh, I've talked... Yeah, I remember talking to you before, David. Nice to see you in there again.
K6EGG, KN4TSK, Humboldt, Tennessee.
Go ahead, KN4TSK. This is Greg, K6EGG. Nice to hear you again. I think I talked to him a couple weeks ago, too.
Thank you. I heard you today on DMR. How was it possible for you with the 9700 to be able to cross over to DMR? Was you doing it from the same radio?
I don't. Are you watching my live stream by chance? I could show you. I'm using. I'm glad you asked because I get a lot of that question asked by me on email. I am doing it through a OpenSpot 3. I can go in digitally on DStar and connect to Fusion, DMR, NXDN. I don't know if I can connect to P25, but I can cross mode into different modes using a a hotspot called the OpenSpot 3. That sounds like you're getting some snow up there.
Okay. Well, I don't know what brand name it is, a hotspot that also have a sky bridge as well, but that's in the house. I'm in a shack right now, and I'm listening. I'm talking on the 97 right now. I'm gonna pull you up and see what you're trying to show me.
Let me know when you're there. It's its own brand. I think it's called Shark RF, and they're out of Estonia, Europe, like Eastern Europe somewhere. But it's a little expensive. I'm gonna warn you, but it's an amazing unit here for the price. It can do a lot of different stuff, and it's really small, believe it or not. It's about the size of a pager.
Okay, I'm looking at you right now. Go ahead with your presentation.
Yeah, this right here, I'm not using it at the moment, but I can use it on DStar to DStar, DStar to DMR, DStar to Fusion, DStar to BrightMaster, just about cross-mode into anything with it. The only thing I can't do is like all-star type stuff with it. So it really opened up, and I literally mean the world to me once I got this thing.
Well, so everything is controlled via your computer and or your hotspot as well. Go ahead.
I can actually control it through the radio if I set it up correctly. At least I can change reflectors, DStar reflectors, and if I program memories in with Fusion talk groups or whatever they're called. Whatever, I forget what they're called. I think they're called DMR talk groups. If I do the programming for that in my software for my each channel I have on my memory on my 9700, I can control it all through my radio and not have to open up a web GUI on my computer. So it's pretty versatile.
Wow. I have the 9700 as well, as I mentioned before. This thing is like SDR, all the functions it has.
I would think more of it, at least on my side, as a very, very versatile hotspot. Because you can also use a Fusion radio and cross mode into DMR, or I'm sorry, yeah, into DMR and DStar. So it's everything's bi-directional. So I wouldn't really think of it as as an SDR, so to speak. Hopefully I
Okay,
articulated
so
that right.
I'm giving the credit to the radio, but the credit is the hotspot.
That's correct, but you can manipulate your radio to program it or to change everything through your radio. I can be in the DR mode like I am right now, and I can change at least DStar reflectors with it, no problem. And if I go to if I add some memory channels, I can make it change over to whatever Fusion or anything like that. Change channels with it. Fusion nodes. Somebody corrected me, and DMR talk groups. So all these different terms. I'm still kind of elementary on the use of terms I use, so I apologize.
Okay, Greg. I'm trying to get up
No,
on
you
that
can't.
Fusion,
One radio.
but I can't figure it out. But I have DStar and I have DMR, but that Fusion is what's getting me right now.
DStar.
Go ahead, NG5N. This is Greg, K6EGG. You're more than welcome to answer.
Yeah, that's Fusion sets up just like DStar does. You gotta have a 0 and all that It's just like DStar. You set it up like that in your CPS, shoot it for the radio, and you'll find out. This is NG5 in Mobile, Texas. Y'all have a good time.
Okay, QSL, appreciate that tip. Okay, Greg, I'll let it go. 73.
Copy that. Good to hear your voice again. I hope I steered you in the right direction, and thank you, NG5, NG5N, for jumping in there and finishing what I was trying to think of. I appreciate it. So KN4 TSK 73s. This is Greg, K6EGG, also live streaming right this second on YouTube. If anybody wants to type my callers into the YouTube search engine, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. Doorbell ringing at 6 p.m. on a Sunday. Oh, crap, it's a Saturday.
K6EGG V6CZ. Yeah, I got another question, if possible.
I hope I can answer it. Go ahead.
Actually, it's twofold. I'm having earlier discussions there with several people, and I think there might be a little misinformation. The first question, I was told that, oh gosh, DPRS, so that it'll send your GPS signal when you key up the radio. I've never known a D74 to have DPRS, only APRS. Can you confirm or deny?
I can't. I lost about half of your transmission. At least about the D74. I don't own a D74. Maybe somebody watching can answer that question about the DPRS and APRS. And the other part I didn't hear, the first part.
Well, my question on the first part, using Spot 3, is it possible to work, to convert an FT70, Yaesu FT70, C4FM, into DMR? And of course, I've been with the D70, been through my more up, down, and backwards in all the programming in the programming software. That nowhere do I see that it does DPRS. It only does APRS for putting out your location and stuff.
Well, to answer your first question, yes, you can cross mode with the Open Spot 3, any direction pretty much. So from YSS to DMR, definitely. As far as the Kenwood, THD74, Jerry, WR5G, says it does both DPRS and APRS, so the analog side of it. I don't know where the settings are exactly. That's the information I'm getting here in the chat. I don't know if you're watching a YouTube stream.
You on the YouTube stream, so that's funny because I've not seen anywhere in there that even remotely talks about DPRS, but yet you have APRS 1 and APRS 2 within the programming stuff, so RT system software.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can answer that correctly because I don't own the radio. I know N7UFT owns that radio. I think Jerry owns that radio as well. That's in the chat. I'm just telling you what was told to me. So I don't know where the the menu is for that particular thingamajig, or the APRS.
Okay, well, as my email's on QRZ. Sure like someone to explain to me where that is found in the radio, where DPRS is. I'm on QRZ.com, D6Ds upmail. To explain to me the location, because I've been up and down that radio with a fine-tooth comb, and I don't see it anywhere within the menus anywhere. So, okay, I'll let you go. Just figured I'd throw that in there. Thanks for the info. K6EGG, V6DZ. I'll turn it over back to you and whoever else wants to call in.
Copy that. Jerry, W5RG is going to send you an email probably explaining how you get to that menu and stuff like that. He was just wanting me to let you know. So he'll send you an email and get you some info in on that. I appreciate it, Jerry. W5G, WR5G. I can't say it right. And take care, VE6DZ. This is Greg, K6EGG, also live streaming on YouTube.
Sounding good. Thanks a lot. VE6DZ.
K6DCL listening to you.
Hey, Greg, how's it going?
I had a couple people in there. I heard David and John in there. David, go ahead, man. I think I heard you in there first. Got really busy, then really quiet all of a sudden. Okay, John, N2ZYZ. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Hey, Greg, good evening. How's it going? Hey, I got a question. I was listening to you before, and I'm actually watching you on the YouTube stream. You had mentioned that you have an open spot 3. I've actually I've got an open spot 1, and I also have the Pi-Star. I also noticed that on the web stream you've got the Pi-Star. The way I've got it set up, I'm just playing around and experimenting and stuff. I've got the Icom 9700 going into the open spot 1 on DStar. Reflector 30 Charlie, and then I've got a Yaesu System Fusion going and playing around with the Pi-Star. Question I have for you is I'm looking at your radio, and it's the same one that I've got. I've got a 9700. The way I'm doing it is a little bit different. I think, are you using the gateway CQ function, and if so, are you changing reflectors from the radio? Because every time I try to do that, and it just very well may be that my open spot is old, it doesn't really work well.
That's a really good question. I'm using I put the memory for my Pi-Star and my OpenSpot 3 in the DR menu. That way I can also change and use the 2 function to change the reflector. Yes, I am able to change the reflector without a problem. I also have it in a memory function as well, just a regular memory function. But just in case, I don't know, my web GUI craps out or whatever, I can go back to, pardon my speak there, goes out. I still have control at least 2 different ways in case something happens and something gets locked, my computer gets locked up, and I absolutely have to get to disconnecting my reflector without unplugging the. Getting to my Pi-Star without unplugging it for the last. That would be the last effort I have to be to fix something. But yeah, I definitely do have it on my DR menu. I can definitely DR memory. I can also change reflectors and do the echo and everything through the function here you see on the screen there. I'll send it back over to you. And to ZYZ, this is Greg, K6EGG.
Okay, very good. So you're doing that to function with the Pi-Star. Yeah, I've got to try it with the Pi-Star to see if it works on that. I've tried it with the open spot, albeit the original open spot. And unless I'm doing something wrong, it just doesn't work very well. I don't have the newest open spot where it may work. I got to try that. I got to try it on the Pi-Star. The Pi-Star I've kind of relegated to Yaesu System Fusion, but I've got to do a little bit more of experimenting. Anyway, I'm not going to tie it up. I know a lot of people want to get in there, so thanks for coming back to me. N2ZYZ, I hope you listen.
Copy that. And another quick reason why I did that, I have all my radios programmed the same, at least the same basic way. The way my file systems are is my 5100. So I don't have an option to go through my web GUI when I'm driving. I can control I have a second Pi-Star in my car. I can change everything to the DR mode and not have to worry about, connecting my phone or whatever to the Pi-Star directly. Although when I'm here in my shack, 99% of the time I'm using my web GUI to change everything, at least reflector-wise and stuff like that. So I hope that answers your question even a little bit more. Thanks again. Nice talking to you there, John. This is Greg, K6EGG for N2ZYZ. A very interesting device. The web GUI is totally different.
Thanks, Ray. Appreciate it. N2ZYZ.
Yeah, the web GUI is totally different. I think it's a little bit easier, to be honest with you. You can get yourself in a deep hole with it, though. That's for sure. But you can with anything when you're changing stuff. I think I heard David in there from Northern California.
K6EGG, K6EGG. How you doing tonight, Greg?
I'm doing good. What's going on? This is Greg, K6EGG for KB8ZGX out there in Florida. I'm sorry. I'm spacing here. Michigan. I don't know why I said Florida.
Yeah, sitting up here in Michigan at a balmy 12 degrees. Yeah, at least I got no snow falling. Just sitting here playing radio, got off the local net. We have it's not a local net. We got a net on 24 Alpha on Saturday nights that one of the local guys here runs, and just got off of that. Thought I'd jump over here and see who was all on here, and there you are. So, yeah, nice and warm out there in California, eh?
I don't mean to sound rude, but it was in the 50s today. It wasn't exactly warm. I know that sounds mean, but it was in the high 70s and low 80s the last couple of days, and it's supposed to be actually a lot nicer tomorrow. But yeah, it's actually been pretty mild this summer or this winter. It almost feels like summertime, but not like summer down in Australia today. By the way, Phil, that's a nice looking Cobra 148. I didn't really get to show a picture of it.
Yeah, I heard a gentleman earlier said it was 90 degrees down there, and yeah, what I wouldn't give for 50 degrees. I'd pull one of the cars out of the garage and go for a ride if I could get 50 degrees. Yeah, I like it here in Michigan when it's around 60. But, yeah, definitely we've been in the deep freeze down here. Man. So I ain't going to hold you up. I thought I'd stop in and say hi.
Copy that. It's nice to hear you, and I'm sad. I'm sorry that, and sad you have to deal with the cold weather. I hate the cold weather. But we'll be out of it here pretty soon, or at least you'll be out of it next month and a half or so. And it looks like somebody in the chat saying it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit in Sydney right now, so just a little below 90 degrees. So we'll get there soon. By the way, anybody new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button where David Smith is in minus 15-degree weather in Maine.
Get them cleaned up when the weather gets nice, but right now they're all just tucked away. So you take her easy and have fun. K6EGG will be clear.
Copy that. You have a good evening and try to stay warm. Plus 16 degrees, and that's Fahrenheit. That's not bad, Mike. That's actually pretty interesting. Hey, Seth, we need to get a picture on your QRZ page. Okay, everybody get in there and try to get Seth to get a picture on his QRZ page. Oh, that was a good crack. Been sitting too long. And that in 2 hours of traffic driving home from Santa Monica, California. Only about 50 miles. But it's nice to be off early. The only problem was getting up at 3:45, which I got to do tomorrow morning. Show me your little box. Glenn, you're still live? You still have power up there? Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't update mine very often either. It gets I want to put more photos on there and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Some of those guys have some really good creative minds with their pages. I'm not really that creative when it comes to that stuff. I'll tell you which has a good one is AJ60. He's got a great little QRZ page on there. So AJ60, if you're watching there, jump in and say hi. I'm on Reflector 30 Charlie. Oh. Okay, perfect. So I won't be going on over to America Link. Somebody should jump on there and tell them to go to my stream. Michael, on a serious note, that's not actually my Pi-Star that's displaying that. And Jeremy's absolutely right, because I can do this too. I can go like this and this and this. So they're just overlays. See how that can give you a headache? It's television trickery. Taco Eric was out here yesterday, guys. Taco Truck Eric. Thank you. That was actually Seth's idea. David Rice gave me the idea for doing it on the Open Spot 3. And the reason why I didn't do it on here, because you can see when they key up in the in the target area, you could see REF030C. So that's why I didn't do it. I actually tried to match the font, but it was pretty close. You can see that it's actually a little bit different of a color too, which I was going to try to change. Holy crap, I didn't even get one new subscriber today. That's the first time I've done a live stream with no new subscribers. Cool. I guess I've topped out. I might win my bet with my buddy because I said I was never going to get to 1,000. This is what arthritis sounds like, by the way. All right. So America Link is still going on with their net. I'm just trying to be me. I had a couple people tell me that I should do some... Oh, somebody just subscribed. That I should do some sort of... not charity, but like a raffle of some sort. So some sort. I don't want to screw it up and make it unfair and, you know, whatever the case. I don't know. We'll see. Not planning on it at this point. Just trying to be myself. People will come if they like it. People will stay if they like it. And people won't come if they don't like it. And we definitely have heard people that didn't like it. That's for sure. People might enjoy some Win System. Maybe I should go over there right now, but I told somebody else I was going to wait. I think they have a net on... No, that's Friday night. They have their tech net on Friday night. Glenn is still alive, everybody. But it's time for Seth to put his picture up on his QRZ page. We all know or a lot of us know how Seth looks like. Thank you very much, David. I appreciate it. Just doing this for fun. Not anything too serious. I don't take myself too seriously. But it has been an interesting week with a lot of complaints. I don't think I've gotten so many complaints in a week than I did this week, especially after Home Slice on whatever it was, Thursday on Reflector 1 Charlie. That got pretty interesting real fast. He got pretty pissed. So just out here fun, making contacts and trying to help people along the way. My way to give back to the ham radio community, and it's really been a lot of fun. Seeing everybody in the chat share info. That's really cool stuff. What's up, Mike? Frost on palm trees. What the heck? I was in the wrong space. I put the numbers in the wrong space. Scott sent me an email and showed a screenshot, told me where to put the numbers. I had them where 91 worldwide was. Yeah, Phil on the New Zealand page, he's been really cool about putting the stuff on his group's page for the New Zealand XLX 299 DStar reflector. Some ham radio groups frown upon that. It's part of their terms of service of being in their group is not to spam or self-promote. So I have done that in the past, and I've been made aware of that's not supposed to be done in the group. So it's their group, their rules. But other people have posted it, so I don't mind if anybody else posts it. But a lot of the groups, they frown upon self-promotion, which would I be doing there? The Reddick net, huh? And that's on DMR? By the way, 30 Charlie is very, very, very quiet. Michael, you've made a very good point, and I hate to bring up the wind system again. I'm gloating on it. But yes, they're the worst about it. I bet you right now, if I went to their one of their repeaters, it would be quiet, and if I jumped on them, they would jump on me to get off because I was violating their rules, even though I'm not. Pretty interesting amateur radio stuff. How things are. Repeaters are very interesting political machine that it's like a tightrope to walk on if you're a member and you want to talk. There's a couple really cool repeaters that I listen to that are very open. There's some bad language going on, which is not good for ham radio, but I'm a huge fan of freedom of speech, and I know it's not supposed to not part of the rules, but it's a good place. It's kind of a breath of fresh air, even though I don't agree with some of the stuff being said. But it's really a good place to do some listening and hear some unfiltered opinion, so to speak. What reflector is it? I'll jump on it right now and piss some people off. Yeah, so thanks again, everybody watching on this Saturday night. Any reflector? Really? Why have it on the air? And you know, the other thing is, there's a local repeater, or a local DStar repeater owner. I'm going to bring up his name because he's been very, very cool, and he actually was one of the guys that helped me get me on too. Dennis, K6EGG, K6RYZ. He's the repeater owner for the Keller Peak repeater, DStar repeater. He's even invited me to go up to his repeater site, and I do want to take him up on that offer. Definitely when the weather gets a little better. It was very cool. He was on the night watching the live stream. He's trying to get on DStar for the first time. He said, he's like, oh, bring some people over.
K6EGG, K04
There goes Mike.
Good evening.
Dion, remind me about that. All right, Dex, you take care. Go ahead, Mike. This is Greg, K6EGG for K04PDI out there in cold Florida. And I'm also live streaming on YouTube right now. If you type my call letters into the YouTube search engine, what you know, Mike.
Yes, I just got home from the Rolex 24. No, it's not over. It's going till tomorrow about 1 o'clock.
You got to go back.
Yes, it's cold. Oof. If anybody's in Daytona Beach in January, the Taste of the 24 is a wonderful charity that does their biggest fundraiser tonight. It's the Taste of the 24. You have restaurants from New Smyrna Beach all the way up to St. Augustine that bring samples of their food there. And from the same price you pay for a ticket to the 24 Hours of Daytona, you get to go and eat everything you could possibly imagine
David.
in samples at all these different restaurants at the hospitality suites at Daytona Speedway. It's really a fun night. I got a bid in on a trophy that hopefully I'll find out if I won it.
He was on last night, Glenn.
They had a replica of the Cup trophy that they give out to the champion of NASCAR each year, and it had to weigh 10 pounds. And it's made by the same company that makes the Super Bowl trophy. And it's really beautiful. And I'm paying way more than it's worth. It's worth about $200. But I put a bid in for much more than that. And I hope I won the bid. I haven't gotten a notification telling me I didn't. So hopefully I got it, and I'll take a picture of it and send it to you if I won. How's that, Greg? It was a great night, great charity, good food, good people. It was wonderful. So if you're ever down here in January, come on down and support that great cause. And you get to see a wonderful race, too. And all the preliminary races and all the qualifying rounds you can see for the price of the ticket that you buy for this charity. Just let you know, and I did run into Mike Helton. He's a big shot at NASCAR. I got to talk to him for a little while. That was nice. And I had a really good time. So, yeah, now I'm going to be going to bed early, so I won't see your late show, Greg. I'll just see the early one, if this is the early one. Anyway, that's me. That's my little report for this evening to K6EGG. This is KO4 PDI. I'll just sit by and listen now.
Copy that, Mike. Thank you for the info. I've actually had I've done an interview with Mike Holden, I believe, the NASCAR guy. I don't know. It was a long time ago. Yeah, I used to do a lot of NASCAR. I like doing some racing. It's a lot of hard work, I can tell you that much. It sounds like it's a good charity out there. And by the way, Rolex makes a really good watch. I like my favorite watch is a Submariner No Date. One of my favorite watches. Actually, I'm lucky enough to have one. I really enjoy it. Mike, thank you for stopping by and saying hi. This is the early show and the only show tonight because I have to wake up at about 3:30, 3:45 tomorrow morning because I have to be down on the west side of LA at an ungodly hour tomorrow. But the good thing is I'll be off early and be able to barbecue some stuff up because it's supposed to be a really nice day. So thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I really appreciate it. This is Greg, K6EGG, 73s to KO4 PDI down in Florida. And I'm also live streaming on YouTube right now. If you type my call letters into the YouTube search engine, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. You too, David. Thanks for stopping by again.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. That's such a cool name. I love that call sign. Anyway, KO4 PDI, thinking about getting my own custom call sign someday. Something to do with magic. If anybody's got any ideas,
I need to ask you something.
KO4 PDI, I'll be clear.
Really quick, Mike, I had to ask you something, and I've been meaning to ask you, and I keep on spacing every time I talk to you. So I believe you said you worked for like Verizon or something for 37 years. Did you work for the GTE part before they turned into Verizon?
Negative. I worked with the New Jersey Bell part before they turned into Bell Atlantic, which then turned into Verizon. So I was with the mothership for the entire career. The GTE guys, we used to get mad at them because they would send them in our office to do wiring, and we're like, hey, they're not even union. You know, we're union. This is a union shop. You got to be a member of the union to work here, and they broke all the rules. I tell you, I got out at the right time. I retired in 2010. Literally, the department I was in, we used to do fiber optics to cell towers, fiber optics for large organizations and businesses.
Subbed it all out.
All the 911 systems in the state of New Jersey. Today, they don't do any of that anymore. It's all subcontracted out. The crew that I used to work with is down to maybe 2
They weren't union in all places.
They're not even around anymore. And it's really strange because the entire company steered away from having anything to do with telephone wire. So they're even selling off their plant. That's the cables that you see on the pole. They're selling them to other companies to run them because they don't even want to have anything to do with it. All they want to do is make money off wireless and 5G, stuff where they don't have a lot of infrastructure. There's a lot of overhead and cable.
You don't have to maintain it.
Buried cable and all that. They don't want to have anything to do with that. They just want to make a profit off the simple stuff. But, hey, if I was running a business, anyway, I could make a profit, I'd do the same thing. So I can't fault them for it. It just isn't like it used to be. I mean, it used to be if you wanted a long cord on a phone, I had to come to your house and install it. You couldn't get one and put it on yourself. I had to do it. That's how I started back in the 70s. But yeah, it's a whole different company today, and telecommunications is a whole different animal today. A whole different animal. So, yeah, I worked for the mothership. I was Mama Bell from day one till the day I retired. So, all right. K6EGG, you have a good night, and have a lovely weekend. And it's 31 degrees here right now, which is literally like
That's
putting
cold.
me into the
By the way, anybody new
Yukon tundra.
stopping in, don't forget
so
to
cold.
hit that subscribe button too. I'm not going to say
We'll
smash
see
it
you.
or hit
Greg,
that
you have a
like. It's
great
all
night.
good. It doesn't matter.
KO4 PDI, clear.
And Mike, I'm going to leave you with this. I don't know how many years ago I sat next to I don't know how high up of an exec from Verizon he was, but we chatted for a good 4 hours as we both commuted across to New York City from Los Angeles on a Delta Airlines flight, by the way. We talked about wireless because I work in a television business. We talked about the different aspects of how wireless was going to be, integrated with media and social media and stuff like that. This was way before. And he said this was right before Verizon sold all their wired in-ground stuff in California because they want to sell 5G wireless, because this is right when the auctions were going out for the 600 megahertz band. I don't know, probably 10 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever it was. But to make a long story short, they want to eventually drop all their wired service, include all the fiber to the home, just because you said that infrastructure thing. They can subcontract out towers and just deal with it that way, and they don't have to compete over lines or anything like that in a local city and deal with the city council restrictions and stuff like that. So it was a pretty good, interesting conversation. I learned a lot about the wireless industry, and I also, when I got off the plane, I bought a stock called AMT, American Tower Company, and that's been one of my biggest money makers. So AMT, check that thing out. I've owned it for quite a few years. That was like, I wasn't an inside trade or anything like that, obviously, but it was a little bit insight for the future, and it's definitely have come this way. So it's pretty amazing how the wireless industry has definitely taken over the cable industry. The cable industry is going to be gone pretty much by probably in about 10 years. Thanks again, Mike, for the info. I really appreciate it. I know I've been hitting you up for that for a while. This is Greg, K6EGG. Yeah.
K6EGG, no problem, sir. KO4PDI here.
Correct.
Got any questions, I'd love to answer them. But I'll tell you this. I read a really good book. I don't remember the author's name, but it's called Life After Google. And it all talks about blockchains and how stupid it is that every stupid little thing you do, you need a separate password and login, like hundreds and hundreds of them I have accumulated. I have an app that actually keeps track of them all because it's so ridiculous. If I saw you walk in a room, I would know you were Greg just by looking at you. Well, that's what a blockchain does. It enables a website to instantly recognize who you are and whether or not you should be there. And there's no need for passwords and no need for logins. And that's what's coming. And when that comes, Google will be dead. You will not need Google anymore. So keep that in mind. Life After Google is the name of the book. And you'll enjoy it if you're looking into the future and what's to be. And congratulations on that stock. I'm on the other side of the hill. I already got the stocks. They're making enough money for me to survive.
That's perfect.
I don't have to work anymore, thank you, Jesus. And I'm living life in paradise here. So I'm not taking any chances with my money on different stocks, although that does sound like a great idea. But you know what's going to happen? Someday those towers will be replaced by
something else.
Oh, I don't know. What is that thing Elon Musk keeps sending up into space? Hundreds and hundreds of satellites, Starlink. That's going to replace the towers. So get out while you got your money, and then invest in SpaceX. I would just suggest.
I wish
that.
SpaceX was
Right,
viable.
Okay, really, I'm clear now. Okay, I'm clear. I'm not coming back,
good
Greg.
conversation.
73. K6EGG, you have a good night. KO4PDI, clear. So watch on YouTube.
Copy that. Some great conversation as always, sir. You have a great evening. K6EGG is now clear or at least I'm monitoring Reflector 30 Charlie.
K6EGG ZL2RA.
Go ahead, Phil. I was just mentioning you a few minutes ago, I think.
Oh, I would have been mobile. Sorry, I had to go to the chemist and grab something for the young fella. Hey, I sent you a photo of a radio still in the box. Did it make you dribble? Over.
I can almost smell it. Cobra 148's new had a very distinct smell to them. I remember that new electronics, old 1990s style smell. So yes, I did bring back some memories. And the reason why I brought you up also is some people are saying, hey, why don't you put your YouTube page in some Facebook groups? But a lot of Facebook groups are frown upon self promotion. So I've gotten a couple emails or a couple messages saying not to, but I said anybody else is welcome to. And I mentioned that you posted something in your New Zealand page, and I said I appreciated that.
QSL, Greg, I mean, I don't see a problem posting something that's been done. I don't see how that's a problem, but I'm happy to do that. And grow the group with some of your buddies that have popped over to XLX1099. If they want to join, please do.
Check them out on Facebook too, by the way.
Make it more popular. But thank you. And yeah, those pictures I sent you, they're off the internet. You can show those around. That's just the province that I live in, Hawke's Bay, in the town called Hastings. So it's Hastings, New Zealand, not Hastings, UK. But I'm having trouble connecting to 30 Charlie on my other hotspots, and especially my repeater won't connect to 30 Charlie for some reason. Only this network radio is connecting to 30 Charlie, so I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, very welcome. K6EGG ZL2RO.
Copy that, Phil. Appreciate it. I saw some other people in the chat. They had some issues with connecting to 30 Charlie as well. So I think it might be more of a network issue with whatever servers that 30 Charlie has. I know I have a one night, so I'll just give it some time, and you should be able to connect again. So I'm going to take a standby. I've been hogging here for a while. Going to take a standby once again. This is Greg, K6EGG. By the way, David, sounds good.
Before you go, Greg, did you put that photo up of the 148, the Cobra, for some guys to have a look at? I'd probably be surprised that it's still in this box and in its wrapper, brand new, but old 7.3.
Yes, I did. I'm going to put it up again right now, and I can almost smell it right now. I wonder if it still smells new. Oops, sorry about that. So, yeah, I definitely would like to own one of those again at some point. The original ones, not the ones that were built in Taiwan, I think they were, like the second generation ones. Oh, I know how that goes. I'll be putting Haley to sleep here shortly, or at least kind of helping out with that. Looks like I may have lost Phil there.
Oh, no, I'm still here. I was just checking something on the box. ZL2RO clear and listening on 30 Charlie.
Copy that. Have a good one. I won't be on too late tonight because I didn't get much sleep last night, and I got to get up a little bit earlier tomorrow. So I appreciate it. This is Greg, K6EGG, also live streaming on YouTube. 73's David. I was going to mention something else about the telecom. I still think there's a good... I just got your email, by the way, Dion. I'm going to have to check it later, though. There's still a place for landlines, be it fiber. Fiber does not need a lot of... needs a lot of infrastructure, but it doesn't need a lot of maintenance. Dealing with... I know on fiber with my end, I use a lot of fiber at work now. Basically, you would have a component on each side, maybe a repeater somewhere in the middle. So if something breaks, it's just in one place or the other. far as equipment. So usually in between, you don't have to do any maintenance. With copper wires, it's connected to another place. It's connected to another place, coming out of a hub, coming out of a, whatever they're called. I forget their PBX system, whatever they use now. So I still think there's a place for fiber. I know I use it at work. The bandwidth, we have a lot more bandwidth on fiber and a lot more stability with fiber, although they're moving some stuff to 5G. That's weird, man. Well, maybe Jerry will send you an email. He's been pretty sharp with stuff. But I honestly think there's still they'll be kind of competing, and I agree with them on the Google thing. Google has to get their information from somewhere, and as you well know, anybody that reads history, every great empire is doomed to fail. They usually implode on themselves, which I think personally there might be now a little bit. I don't want to get political, but you guys all know where I'm going with this. But yeah, it's pretty amazing how the infrastructure has changed over the last couple of years. I mean, I have fiber right downstairs, and that fiber is connected to a hub about 5 miles away.
K6EGG. This is K5SQV in New Orleans, Louisiana. New to amateur radio, new to DStar. Just wanted to say hello.
Hey, copy that. Welcome to the hobby there. It looks like your name's Justin, K5SQV, in New Orleans there, or in Louisiana there. It's great to hear you out there. How long ago did you get your license, and what made you get into the hobby? I'll send it back over to you, Justin. This is great. K6EGG. Also live streaming right now on YouTube.
Yeah, Greg, it is Justin, and it is New Orleans. I guess about a month ago, I got the amateur license. I was licensed in GMRS before. I've been a fireman for close to 20 years, and always around radios, always programming radios, different things, always been interested in the radio hobby, and just decided finally to get a license and do it for real,
Good for you, man. I'm a big fan of listening to the fire department on my scanner. I used to be a big fan of listening to the police, but they're all in digital encrypted mode now, so I can't really listen to too much. And I really appreciate what you guys and girls do, putting yourself on the line like you guys do. I know I have a cousin that was actually a fire chief down in San Diego, and I think he ended up being a battalion chief. He just retired last year, and his body was all broken up by the time he retired, 2-3 years ago. So you guys put in a lot of hard work, so I appreciate it. And welcome to the hobby, and welcome to the digital side of the hobby as well. I don't know if you know, but I'm also live streaming on YouTube. A lot of the guys in the chat love helping people out with anything question-wise, and I try to too if I can answer it. I'm not too sharp, but at least I can figure out some stuff out. So welcome to the hobby, Justin, and it seems like you have a good radio on your hands too with that D74. I'll send it back over to you. This is Greg, K6EGG.
All right, Greg. Well, thank you. I'll look up your YouTube channel, and if I need anything, I'll definitely let you know. And thanks again for the welcome, and have a good evening.
And really quick, New Orleans is home to my favorite chicken. Have you ever been to Willie Mae's Scotch House?
No, sir. I don't believe I have.
If you're into fried chicken, I can't remember what street it's on, but it's not in the best of areas. But it's one of my favorite fried chickens. It has a little bit of spice to it, and juicy throughout, good red beans and rice if you're into that sort of thing. But one of my favorite places to go to. So once again, thanks for the call out here on the Reflector 30 Charlie, and enjoy the hobby. This is Greg, K6EGG. That's awesome for Justin. Cool stuff, man. And he was a firefighter. By the way, once again, anybody new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Just out here having a good time on amateur radio. I can hear my daughter going crazy in the background. T-Ray would know what I mean. Or Dex, I mean. I'll be putting her down a little bit. So now I know why Reflector 30 Charlie's been a little bit quiet tonight. Because some people are having some hard time connecting. Maybe it's everybody trying to connect at once or something. We shall see. There you go. Jerry's always has good information in there. So if people are wondering that are new, DPRS is the digital side of sending your GPS out, and APRS is the analog side. So it's modulated on a analog frequency, and the DPS is all digital. It's not modulated. Yeah, there's a little bit, couple differences in between modulated digital signal and just a regular digital signal. A modulated digital signal is usually a lot slower. And once again, Dion, I'll check out that email probably when I get off. I keep on hearing good things about that Anytone radio. I know Dana N7 UFT has one. Oh, man. You hear my daughter in the background? Of course she gets quiet. There you go. There you go, Dana. Hey, by the way,
K6EGG,
thanks for talking to me at an early crack of the hour there. Go ahead, Gary. VE6DZ. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Yes, regarding I was reading what was on the script regarding the DPRS and APRS. See, the thing about DPRS is that when a person keys up, it sends your GPS info as it sends your voice too. It's the digital portion that gives you the heading and the distance and all that information gets sent forth. Well, Kenwood does not. It has APRS, which is the analog system that sends it over the APRS.NI website. So when you're dealing with say an ICOM, well, as soon as you key up, you're getting the information right there. You don't get that on a D74. So this is the question was, because I had someone telling me that, oh yeah, I get that same screen, the direction they're coming from and all that on his D74, and I said it's impossible. They're two different systems, and DPRS is pretty much the ICOM, and APRS is where the rest of the world sits. Am I not correct? Because I've not found anything regarding where your D74 is going to show you the direction he's in, how many miles.
I don't know, Jerry, you want to jump in there?
Like an ICOM radio will.
I don't know, Jerry, if WR5G, you want to jump in there? He would have more info. I'm just the middleman on this one.
Yeah, this WR5G. So you are correct. You will not get the location screen on a THD74, right? So you are correct on that. The location screen is not there. But, the radio itself does transmit DPRS, but you will not see the location screen like you see on ICOM radios. So you are correct on that. The location screen is not there, but the radio will transmit DPRS. You just can't see how close a person is to you. But so, yeah, you are correct on that.
You guys are technically both correct.
Oh, okay. Well, that's excellent. I kind of figured because I own a D74. I've been through every menu at the book under it, and nowhere does it show where in any of the settings. And I also have the RT system software. I went through every menu on there. I went through 100 YouTube videos, and they only speak
That's some
of
dedication
DPRS.
right there.
There's no DPRS mentioned whatsoever. So I'm pretty. I was pretty confident in my findings as well. Sounds good. I won't hold it too long. I just wanted to clear up that misconception regarding the splash screen. You know, how many miles you are away and in what direction, and the latitude, and longitude on the screen of the radio, like an ICOM does. I'll say 73 V60Z.
Yeah, no worries at all. But yeah, the splash screen will not be there. If you want to transmit DPRS, the Kenwood THD74 will transmit it. But now the splash screen does not apply.
Look at showing with that camera.
The Kenwood THD74. So, all right, 7-3. I'll go ahead and turn it back over to Greg, and hope everybody has a good evening. It's WR5G.
Oh, but it went out of focus.
Daddy.
I love you too, Haley. Everybody says hi.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too.
I want tape right here.
That's for the wall there.
The wall, that's tape.
Yeah, because I taped that on there. And the cats tear it down.
Why?
I don't know. You have to ask Sasha and Milo.
Why?
Oh boy, a 4-year-old right now. Why? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Robert, I don't go into DMR too much. There is a talk group that it's part of my DMR ID, and I didn't catch a lot of what Jerry said there. So
K6EGG V60Z. One final thought regarding the Reflector 30 Charlie here. I just went to their dashboard, and wow, man, they got this thing is just loaded with people connected. So I would imagine that might have something to do with regards to the.
That's why I bring up something. I'm going to bring this up again, guys. Listen to this. You bring up a very good point. This is why I'm going to say this again. Whenever I'm done using a reflector, like I use Reflector 30 Charlie, 12 Alpha, whatever, when I'm done using my hotspot, I unlink it from it so it doesn't clog up the network. So that's pretty good ham radio practice if you do it. At least that's my 2 cents, because I think that might be part of the problem. All the people connected to it. You get a network server with a lot of stuff connected to it. It just gets discombobulated at times. So I'm going to put my 2 cents out there for that one. Very, very, very thing that someone told me about.
Oh, I have to agree absolutely with you on that. Yeah, like I say, anytime if I'm not listening or talking on it, I do disconnect it. I don't like to cook like an oven all night long. No,
this is off right now, by the way.
There's too much key-ups too. I don't want to have that much RF in my jack, so I turn that down as well. I just if I'm not using it, I just okay. So just thought I'd throw that in there for a little bit of info in case everybody's having a somebody's having a problem connecting. The servers get very overloaded with with going on that particular, or half of them, or three-quarters of them not even talking on that particular reflector. Okay, so easy, 60 then. Oh, and you know where DZ comes from?
Oh, that's like a cliffhanger right there. Oh. Oh, we're never going to know, guys. Oh, boy. That's a bad sound, guys. Well, I guess we're never going to know. Maybe you can put it in the chat. With that being said, I'm probably going to get out of here for tonight. I know it's early for me. I'm normally on a couple hours later. I'll probably be on a little bit later tomorrow night. I am just super tired, I must admit. I'll leave the chat going. I'll leave the actual stream going for a little bit. As far as me being connected to anything, I won't be. So I want to appreciate anybody new that's been watching tonight. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Looks like we had a nice night of watchers. I normally don't get over 30 watching at one time, which is pretty surprising. So I really appreciate you all watching tonight, and I hope everybody learned a little something. Jerry's been very helpful with some stuff, and it's nice to hear Phil in from New Zealand as well. It's been quite a long day for me, so I apologize if I look like I'm wrecked, because I do feel wrecked. Usually I'm pretty good, but I only got about 2-3 hours of sleep. But it was nice to talk to Dana, N7UFT, and Don, W6DUO, very early in the morning. I think, was that even before 5 a.m.? I have to look at my texts. I think that was before 5 a.m. This morning. Yeah, because I got in the car at 4:15. So, yeah.
Kilo 9, Kilo Whiskey Papa listening in.
Anyways. Oh, I've talked to him before. He's got a lot of handheld radios, I remember. Yep. KO. Okay, so what I was saying was, I'm probably going to... Hold on, I want to make sure no one's calling me. I don't want to leave anybody out. So, once again, what we were just talking about, if you're not using Reflector 30 Charlie, unlink that bad boy so it won't cause any...
KK4 UHY.
So it won't cause any network congestion. So that would be a very good amateur radio thing to do for your fellow hams. It's not mandatory, but I think it's good a good practice. Someone told me about that when I first started, when I first got my hotspot. I think it might have been Gabe, K6EGG. He's like, yeah, just unlink the channel when you're not using, or unlink the hotspot when you're not using it. So anyways, thanks again for everybody watching tonight. It was a really fun night. Didn't have a lot of drama. Yeah, David L. What's up, dude? I was thinking about you. I haven't seen you in here in a few weeks. Good for you, man. I was actually going to use you and Ryan as an example because I had some drama going on. And it looks like you have your page up now. It's really good to see you in there. Yeah, I had some issues with some, I don't know, it was clubs or whatever going on, and I'm just trying to tell people that I'm just doing this for fun, and people are learning about ham radio, and I was going to use you as an example. So it's good to see you in there, and we got to make some way of contact again at some point. Again, David, that was the other thing. I didn't have your call sign, so I'm gonna put it in there. I spaced on it, and I couldn't find the day that we chatted. Yeah, we got to figure out how to get you on DStar somehow. I think that would be a lot of fun. It was fun today. We did that Echolink test. Danger Zone? Excellent. That's actually a good song. I'm a big fan of Top Gun. So yeah, well, David, we'll have to try to hook up again. I would love to chat with you for a little bit longer. We only made a really quick QSO just to make the contact, but we got to figure out a way we can talk and get some other people talking to you there. Very good. We'll get you maybe a hotspot. They can get a hotspot for pretty cheap. The MMDVM one. So, and by the way, thank you, Justin Williams, for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I come on a couple days a week. And once again, anybody new, enjoy what you're watching tonight. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I come on a couple days a week, depending on my work and personal schedule and how tired I feel, too, because I'm pretty worn out right now. So it's good to see David L. in there. I know most of the last week I wasn't on just because I had like 60 hours of work. I was able to sneak on a couple times. Is your last, obviously your last name is French. And not that it matters, David. I don't know if you can do your call sign in there too, but I know who you are. Like the in your group, in your name, whatever. What is it? What else did someone say? Oh, you must really like Top Gun. I saw some of the filming. I didn't. It was down the street from me. The new Top Gun, when I was in San Diego a couple years ago, they pushed the start date back for it. Some of it was filmed at Coronado Island. I think most of it was filmed over at not Nellis, but what's that other one in Nevada? It's in northern Nevada outside of Carson City. One of my favorite movies. Yeah, and I have a 5100 in my car too. The new Top Gun got pushed back again from May till July 3rd or something like that, or July 6th. Fallen, that's it. We must share a brain. Fallen. Here's another fun fact: the planes they used in Top Gun were getting retired and repurposed, and all the F-18s they used in Top Gun, actually the F-18 that Tom Cruise rode in is the number 7 jet, along with 2 other jets, number 7 jets for the new Super Hornets for the Blue Angels. A couple other jets that were single seaters that were Super Hornets were also brought over and put into the rotation for F-18s for the Blue Angels. So just a little fun fact there. I'm a big fan of the United States Blue Angels. The Top Gun 2. It is a good radio, especially have a good grounding on your radio. Have a good grounding on your antenna. Yeah, I watched a special on it when they transitioned to Super Hornets on the Blue Angels from the older Legacy Super Hornets. Yep, Top Gun was a 14s. Actually, someone owns a F-14 that has engines and everything at Chino Airport. I guess they're trying to redo it. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Not a lot of drama going on tonight. Sorry. You could start from the beginning and see what I mentioned earlier today, at least on the stream. So, let's try to get to 800 subscribers before the end of the month, just like Dana said. It's very possible. I got tomorrow night and Monday night to make that happen. So share me in any Facebook group. What's a rag chew mean? I'm not going to buy anything new right now. I might not be working after April, so. We're getting close. What is the difference between a rag chew and a talk group? I barely know how to get into it. All right, we're at 790. 10 more to go. Thanks for subscribing, dude. Big Top Gun fan. Big F-18 Blue Angels fan out there. And Don sent... Oh, wow. What's all this? I don't think I want to pull that up on the screen right now. Have to read that later when I get into bed. Oh, so nothing really changed. I'm going to try to be in the car by 5. I'm supposed to be there at 5:30, but I'm going to get there late. I'm sure my coworkers are not going to be happy. I stood around for an hour and a half doing nothing. But I know I need to be there, but I'm not going to get there right at 5:30 like I did this morning. You don't have to, by any means, don't get up on your own. But I will be monitoring 12 Alpha and Catalina. So nothing physically changed with the number or anything like that, right? With the talk group number. I had a 12-ounce Red Bull sugar-free this morning, and it's giving me a headache right now. So I'm going to take some aspirin because I've been wearing headphones for about 3 hours. And I have not even got, I think I only got up once to close the door or something. So anyways, thanks again for watching. And once again, anybody new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And share me in some user groups, some DStar groups or whatever. I don't care. It's all good. Just doing it for fun once again. It's a great chat with you guys. Jerry, thanks again for all the info. Really appreciate it. I think Don DUO sent me some email. I don't know if I want to put that up on the screen quite yet. Got to check it out and see what it is. I saw like a dead cat or something on there. I don't know what it was. So take care. And maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow in the morning, Dana. And if anybody's up at 8 a.m. on the East Coast, I'll be on Reflector 12 Alpha around 8 a.m. I'm sorry, 8 a.m. Eastern. I got some glass or something on me. That's weird. Take care, man. Have fun down there in New Zealand. That's fiberglass for my work. That's scary. Take care, Sam. Just want to make sure I say bye to everybody before I hit the slate. All right, you guys all know who you are. All right, take care, everybody. I'll check out your email. I want to watch that video. I'm going to watch it before I go to bed tonight. It'll make me sleep better. See you, Lawrence. Happy birthday in a couple hours. All right, I'll see you guys later. I'll keep it. The slate will be up, but you guys can still chat for a little bit. Feel the need for speed. I've always wanted to go supersonic. By the way, real quick, I say actually, Seth, if you're still in there, you know, back in the early 2000s, Air France and Delta had a code share with the SST, the Concorde. I saved up my miles. It was 250,000 miles to go one way from New York to what's it called, Paris. The day that I was able to get to the 250,000 miles, the Concorde crashed. I was never able to go on it, and they didn't have that deal after the Concorde came back because it was on a very limited basis because one of them crashed, obviously, so they had one less. So fun fact there. So take care, everybody. I'll talk to you later.